All right. Hello, everyone. Very special little short episode here. We're going to do a testimonial with my friend Dusty Backer. Dusty turned out to be quite a strange case in this business, actually. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. He had some problems coming in, but it was fixed with our normal program. But we later discovered that he actually had skin cancer. And we did not catch that at first. And actually, I totally dropped the ball on what to do about it at the beginning. So, Dusty, what happened? How did you find us in the first place? That was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, I think January, February. Just through all this, what's going on with the Great Awakening, we followed some truth tellers and we happened to run into Dr. Wallach on one of the truth tellers, and we were just blown away by Doc. And everything just made absolute sense. So then we just started, probably like most people, started watching the videos, and I'm talking like hours and hours and hours of all of his videos, and we were 100% believers. We just knew this was it.
What health problems, like obvious health problems, did you have when you started the program?
Geez, between me and my wife, it was well over 10 problems, from arthritis to an enlarged prostate to hemorrhoids to herniated disc to tinnitus, constipation. And majority of mine, not my wife's, but mine was from processed foods, living on processed foods, fast food, gas station food, majority of my life.
Standard American diet.
Standard American diet on steroids, probably. The only thing that kind of kept me somewhat thin was just our work.
And they're beekeepers, by the way. You might have even eaten their honey before if you've bought honey in America, but it wouldn't be under their label. It would be under various other company labels.
That's right. But again, it's as physical work kept us thin, but then we sweat a lot too and lived on processed foods. So major depletion. And every one of them, me and my wife's problems now are gone a year and a half later.
So that's the awesome part, but I think we kind of celebrated a little bit too early because about a year ago, you came and you said, "Hey, Ryan, we're doing great, but I've got this sore on my nose, this wound on my nose that won't heal." And that was already there for about a year before you got on the program, right?
That's correct.
So I didn't know what to do, and I did not suspect cancer at all. It was not on my radar. Even though skin cancer is the most common cancer, I cannot remember the last time that we had a skin cancer case. I mean, a lot of people ask us what to do, but very few people with cancer actually do the program. So we don't follow up with them or anything. It's just we give the protocol and it's gone. I never hear from them again. I'm not sure why this is. I know it's a high pressure situation. You know, people are listening to their family, listening to their friends, listening to the doctor, listening to all kinds of people. They take our advice, but they don't usually actually do it. And most of the time, when somebody asks about cancer, they're asking about somebody else. My mom has cancer, my brother has cancer, something like that. Could you give me a protocol for them? So the chances of something like a third party protocol here actually happening is very, very low. So at any given time, I've only got like 4 or 5. I think right now, maybe 6 or 7. We just had a few new ones of people who are actually in communication, following up, doing the protocol on their second, third, fourth, sixth, eighth month. And so it's a small group of people. And for some reason, skin cancer just doesn't come to us very often. Although we did get another lady recently who had melanoma. It's not there anymore, but she's still concerned about it. Anyways, just saying it's a common thing, but it's not something we deal with a lot, so it wasn't on my radar. So I told you to do extra zinc and vitamin A because those are the two nutrients that I know for wounds that won't heal, like ulcers, right? I was thinking, oh, I mean, it's kind of like an ulcer on the face, I guess. But that did nothing at all, right?
Correct. Yep. Vitamin C flush.
Lots of vitamin C. You put lots of stuff topically on it as well.
Yep. Iodine. I soaked it in plant derived minerals. I mean, I had a bandage on my nose for three times a day for I can't tell you how many months. Just a lot of frankincense, straight, not diluted, tried everything, and the plant derived minerals worked quite well. It kept it contained for sure, but it could not kill the core.
So you know that this happened from your wearing your sunglasses, right? This is another reason why it was a little bit of an odd case. You're wearing sunglasses and the rubber piece broke off or something, and you just kept
100%. Yep. And I wore them for kept wearing them. Yep. They rubbed a hole in my nose, and I was still wearing them. Like it actually hurt to wear them, but I was still wearing them. So I'm 100% the sunglasses caused the wound, but obviously the cancer internally, this is how the cancer came about.
which apparently can happen. Right. As we were going through this, I was looking for information in books and talking to people and using the internet. And apparently, this is a thing that just a regular old wound can turn cancerous, especially if it continues to be aggravated. So that looks like what it was. And I guess this is a partial lesson for other people. Don't do that. If your sunglasses break, just get new sunglasses. Take them off for a while and let it heal. But so, yeah, you had this wound, it kept going. The nutritional stuff didn't work. And I guess it's worth saying here, too, that when it comes to cancer, I don't believe that nutrition is enough. It's part of it, but we have to utilize other things: plant medicines, tinctures, the hydrogen water, pulling out dental fillings, hyperbaric oxygen. There's all kinds of options beyond basic nutrition. Basic nutrition might prevent cancer. We hope it does. There's lots of evidence that it does. But once cancer is there, it's serious. So we've got to do more than just the nutrition. And I hope our message doesn't come across as if you have cancer, just do the 90 and you're going to be all good. The 90 is a big part of it. And as you saw, it fixed your other problems too. It did not actually get rid of the cancer. So when you did have it confirmed, and it was pharmacist Ben Fuchs, by the way, who finally told me, hey, you got a guy with a wound that won't heal for 2 years. He needs to go to a dermatologist and get that checked out. And apparently it is, maybe you can confirm, it was quite easy. Little biopsy, they scraped it out and told you pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, within a week, the next week. Yep. Basal cell carcinoma.
Which is
Yep.
not the scary one. The myeloma is the scarier one, which is good. We're glad we're not dealing with the scarier one. But yeah, this is one case where you do actually want to go to the doctor. A dermatologist can do this for you, and it's pretty foolproof of a diagnosis. It's not like a mammogram or anything like that. They just pull a chunk out, look at it in a microscope, and it should be obvious to them. So we got it confirmed, and then we stepped up the nutrition even more. What else did you do at that point once you knew it was cancer?
Um, the BEC5, what you recommended, Ryan. The cream was definitely a game changer.
So the BEC5 is an eggplant extract, and it was the only thing that I found in any of my books that were specifically said to help with skin cancer. And the passage that I highlighted there, it said it helped a lot or something like that. They were strong that this works really well. I got very annoyed for you, Dusty. I got very annoyed looking for specific information in all the different alternative and regular books that I have about cancer because they're all so general. You know, get sunlight and be healthy and don't eat bad foods. And like, it's our same basic message, but there was nothing except for that one sentence that said, this thing works really well specifically for skin cancer. I'm going through textbooks and stuff. I'm making calls. No one had a specific answer except for that BEC5. So it's a cream. You couldn't get that in America, could you?
No, no, my wife found it in another country.
What country was it?
Um, Not certain. We can find out though.
Did you get it online?
Yes, we did. Yes,
And
I
it
still
was
have it here. It's in the fridge. Yeah,
was it one tube or two tubes you end up using?
one little tube, maybe like 2 inches long.
Didn't cost very much.
Yeah, 150
Pretty pricey for a cream, but
for the cream. Yep, here it is.
pretty good. Well, I think it did a good job. So you put it on. It was still an open wound. And actually, at that point, you were already using the plant-derived minerals on it, and it was kind of healing up the best it had gotten at that point with the plant-derived minerals. But then
Yes, that worked.
you started putting the BEC5 on, and it kind of like reopened the wound, basically.
Yes, it reopened the wound and then it made the wound actually bigger, but you could tell it was just affecting the skin. It was kind of eating the skin as well, but it was also eating the wound. So I put it on 3 times a day. And the first week it burned bad. Like it would almost bring tears to your eyes. It hurt so bad. So and then so I did that three times a day for about a month. And then I just decided, it's not burning anymore. So after the first week, it burned a little bit. Second week, third week, a little bit. Fourth week, when I was about ready to quit, I'm like, I don't even feel it anymore. So I'm like, I'm just gonna just end it. And it healed within 24 hours. There was a little bit of scab left right where the core was, and that fell off within probably 5 days, and it was completely gone.
And did you start using it anymore after that?
I haven't used it since, and that was over a month ago.
Might be a good idea to put a little bit more on it. I don't know. It's up to you. It's up to you. But this was very good to me. And you actually canceled your appointment to go in and get it confirmed with another biopsy, right?
Yes, actually, they were going to spend the day in there and just dig it out completely. They take a little piece, take it back to the pathologist, see if all the cancer cells are gone. If not, they come back, dig out some more. It was an all day process for July 29th. And yeah, canceled it last week
And why'd you cancel it?
because it's gone. I don't feel any pain. I don't feel any itching. Super excited about it.
And for the people watching on video, you can see that it is healed up. There's still a kind of a scab, little bit of a scab there, but it looks better than it has in over 2 years. So that is great. And they were going to charge you 5 grand for that day, right?
For the day, correct. Yep. And we already had, I think it was 1,000 for the biopsy, which was about 3 months ago, was the biopsy. It took them 3 months to get me in.
That's what I thought was one of the weirdest things about this. Like, it's a relatively simple thing here. This is not removing lung tumors or brain surgery or anything like that, but they would make you wait 3 months between diagnosis and surgery here. It's a mini surgery. That's pretty egregious to me because 3 months is a long time in cancer time.
Right.
So
Right. Now I'm very grateful for 3 months though, because we got rid of it and I wanted to get rid of it. I didn't want to have to go to the doctors to have it taken out. So that's what I'm excited about. And you'll have to show the audience too a before and after picture, right?
yeah, we will. And I'm very, very happy about this. And I knew that you didn't want to do anything conventional. And I don't want to do anything conventional either in most circumstances. But this was a case where I was like, you should go to the doctor. Now I know. And I'll in the future, if this comes up, I know. Now you go to the dermatologist. But hopefully within the time that it actually gets confirmed, just like you, and they're ready to go in for surgery, that we can actually get rid of the wound. And as far as I can tell, is once it's no longer an active wound, then it's no longer cancer.
I would agree.
And I'm not rock certain about that, but that seems to be the case. As far as I can tell, as far as I can look into it, that seems to be what it is. It's not an active wound anymore. It just doesn't appear to be a cancer. And there's no evidence that it went into your bone or anything, which was our biggest concern. And hopefully we're all good. Hopefully we're in the clear.
And should be. And, we did start the hydrogen water too about the same time we started the BEC5 and grounding. And like you've talked about many times, Ryan, it's just all the above sunlight, sunshine, yep, low
And
EMFs, it's all the above.
And I'd like to hope that they all played a role there. The hydrogen water has been studied quite thoroughly with cancer specifically, and that's the reason that I recommended it. I recommend it to all people who have cancer now at this point. One of those top tier things that you can do on top of the 90, on top of those other cheap or free things like grounding and getting sun and having a good attitude. And to kind of wrap this up here, one of the things that made you such an odd case, Dusty, first of all, you have skin cancer, but your skin looks great otherwise. When we met you, that was our first comment, and my wife and I in the car were like, but he has great looking skin. It's not like he's got boils all over or anything. You don't look like somebody who would get cancer. You might have grown up on the American diet, but you eat clean now. You say you've never tasted alcohol, correct?
Correct.
never had alcohol, never smoked anything. You never did any drugs like cocaine or heroin or anything like this.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
live on deer, live on venison,
clean living.
clean living. That's right. That's
That
why
it,
it was the sunglasses, Ryan, for as far as opening up the wound.
and that's what makes you such a strange case. And it's a good lesson that, we think in the alternative world, we tend to paint the picture that anybody who has cancer, they got to be doing everything wrong. And in your case, again, with the food and the nutrients, yeah, for decades. How old are you, by the way?
42.
So around, yeah, you have 40 years of bad food. Okay, yeah, sure. But everything else is good. You got an outdoor life. You're not
Right.
overweight. You're not underweight. You've got a great attitude, right? Super positive attitude. You say you genuinely love your life and you're grateful for your life, and I believe you. You got life in your eyes. Again, your skin, you're glowing, yet you still got cancer. So just so everybody here knows, there's more to it. It might have been the processed foods as well, and in the years of nutrient deficiencies. It might just have been the wound itself. Who knows? Pesticide, agricultural, chemical exposure from where you do live or did live, grew up, that's sure, could have. I'm not sure exactly how to explain cancer in every single case. There's lots of different arguments about it, and I don't think we need to know. But now we know that there is something that was apparently effective. It was the BEC5. I do give credit to the rest of the picture as well. You don't want to just do one thing, but I'm hoping that this is a case closed success story here.
It is.
So I appreciate you giving us your story here and giving us some hope. And Dusty mentioned quickly that he is a big deer lover. So we're actually going to do another recording right now. This will be posted as a separate episode. We're going to talk about deer and chronic wasting disease, a fake disease in deer. And Dusty does have an excellent 30-minute documentary. It's on YouTube. It's called CWD. They missed it by a million miles. That's going to be in the description as well. I really encourage you to check that out and to check out the other episode that we're going to do on chronic wasting disease. Dusty, thanks for being here. You got any words for anybody who might be concerned or dealing with skin cancer?
Reach out to Ryan. Ryan, you've been incredible through this process. I can't thank you enough.
Well, thank you, Dusty. Thank you, everybody. Remember, if you are not in contact with us for your health protocol, it doesn't have to be cancer. We can do our best to help you with whatever it is that you do have. You can reach out to any of our coaches. That link is in the description. And if you do have cancer, you probably will be passed on to me as well. And it's not just me. I will reach out to everyone else that I know who is more experienced in this business to make sure that we're guiding you as closely as we can. Whether you choose to do conventional at the same time, many people do that as well. It doesn't really matter. We're here for you to the best of our ability. So let us know. Thank you, Dusty.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, everybody. Stay healthy, my friends. Until next time.